Good evening. Students, staff, and people all marched with signs, chanted, and at times sat in quiet protest earlier this year at UW-Stevens Point. Today, concerns about cuts to a number of majors drew a protest of a different kind, ink on paper. Nearly 300 people signed a letter detailing their concerns over the way the administration is handling those proposed changes and calling for a change at the top. Newswatch 12's Rose McBride went to a press conference at the university today where faculty explained why they feel enough is enough. Rose, good evening.
Lane, faculty who spoke at the meeting today said those proposed changes, known as Point Forward, don't have enough data behind them to accept those changes. They also said that they criticized the lack of communication between the administration and the faculty and are ultimately calling for staffing changes. But Chancellor Bernie Patterson said that he is not going to step down and is committed to this university.
This fall, the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point found itself in an unwanted position.
This was avoidable. We did not have to be in this situation.
That situation includes a $4.5 million budget deficit and a proposal to cut 6 majors.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We don't like this current proposal.
The original proposal included cutting 13 majors, sparking meetings and protests around the campus.
This proposal has got to go!
The school organized committees to come up with a plan to follow moving forward. But today, faculty, staff, and students sent a letter to the UW Board of Regents saying there is still no plan.
I want the Board of Regents to understand that I do have a lack of confidence in our administration.
Physics professor Mick Vium was the chair of one of those committees. He says despite knowing about budget problems, the university kept spending.
We knew that our revenues were going to go down, and yet we still insisted on approving tenure track positions.
Vium says the letter is factual and not embellished. It was signed by 170 faculty and staff members.
That's less than 10% of our workforce. So not that 10% isn't important, but they don't speak for everyone.
Chancellor Bernie Patterson says despite the group's lack of confidence in his administration, he will keep moving forward.
There's going to continue to be ongoing dialogue because that's how we're going to get to the best resolution to solving the problems that we're trying to solve.
And Patterson believes those changes will be solved under his administration.
I don't quit. I never quit. And there's no reason to.
I called the office of the Board of Regents today to ask what steps, if any, would be needed in order to change administration, and they have not gotten back to me yet. Live in Stevens Point, Rose McBride, Newswatch 12.